I just wish it's back to normal, everything, and then we can go tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, well, actually, that's one of the reasons we're still been looking at houses for sale. What's going on over here? How's the weather?
Good.
Very nice.
I can also do a backflip.
You gonna do a backflip?
Yeah.
All right, how about if I get in the water so I can get closer to you?
Okay, I'm gonna try not.
Okay.
It's 85 degrees right now. It's very nice day. Nice weather. So it's at like 11:30 right now, and we're having fun. We're still in vacation. What are you drinking?
I'm having some kefir, cultured low-fat milk. It's got probiotics. I need it.
We really
We
like
need
that.
probiotics. Yeah, we've been drinking this a lot. Liquid yogurt is good. We like this one. We got to get this over at the Publix market. That's nice stuff. But you just had some, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I read about it before, long time ago. That's what they use this as a kind of entertainer drink for the visitor. They
Where's
use
this
it like
at?
a champagne. I read about the history on that probiotic.
Where?
Google.
As a what?
They use it like champagne.
Well, it's healthy at least, you know. It's actually something good for your stomach, I believe. And I gotta believe. So we've been doing that because I've had some minor stomach issues lately. So it helps me, it makes me feel better. And you guys ever try that? I'm sure a lot of you guys use that already. We're just enjoying the weather. It's so nice, and I've been losing my tan. See, it's really losing my tan. I haven't been out in the sun like I should be. But I plan to get a little bit red today. I'm going to spend a couple hours today. You okay, Bryson?
Yeah, Bryson's having fun, and Brianna.
Yeah, you having fun? Big boy? Oh, my kids are both really funny. I laugh all the time with these kids.
And also,
He keeps saying apple.
what's that
Apple,
say?
and he's just funny, he's happy, he runs around.
Bryson's first word is if.
He's free,
Apple.
Bryson's free.
Apple. Apple.
Brysson say apple.
Yeah.
He likes these tiny animals. Right here.
Yeah, and
Yeah, we bought a lot of this.
So guys, yesterday was exactly a month in the hotel, and we really enjoy it. It's like we are on vacation, and just take care of little things now that Mace has got her U.S. citizenship. We've got an update. We have an appointment on Monday for the what they call it here in Florida, the tax collector for your state ID. That's just the way they do it here. So she's already got a state ID, the good one with the star, but she's got to update that with her status as a U.S. citizen now. So that'll be like Monday, and then on Tuesday or Wednesday we're going to update Social Security with her new status. That's kind of an important thing for the long term. And then we have another thing to do after that. What is it?
Passport.
Oh yeah, the passport. We're waiting on the passport because we found out you actually do have to send in her official U.S. citizen document in for the passport, and we wanted to do these other items first in case by some fluke chance they lose it, we would be in trouble with the other two items. So we're doing these other two first, and then we're going to do the passport, get that done. So yep, and until that happens, we're going to stay right here and use this as our residence. We like the owner here very much. He's been a good friend and taking care of us, and we really appreciate that. And so this works out really well right here. And just for fun, guys, I was looking up just to see people that have lived in hotels. And a long time ago, I mentioned in a video that my grandfather was a lobbyist in Washington, D.C., and he spent most of his life living in hotels there in Washington, D.C. And then I looked at looked up other people that have lived in, notable people, and there's a whole list of. So I wanted to tell them that list, but I can't remember the names.
Keanu Reeves, Marilyn Monroe.
Oh yeah, Marilyn Monroe lived 2 years at the Roosevelt Hotel down there across from Man's Chinese Theater and Hollywood. And then Keanu Reeves lived in hotels and still does, as far as I know, for many years. James Woods lived in hotels. Mace still live in a hotel. Seems kind of foreign and strange to some people, but if you can get a decent arrangement in a hotel, it can be kind of nice. You know, it's just a temporary thing, but some people make it a long-term thing. So we're going to be here probably, I would imagine, 2 months before we leave. What do you think?
I think so.
You think so? What about the Philippines? They're supposed to open up. What's going on with that? Well, they opened up, but they just opened up to the Balikbayan program. But now we've been reading or watching videos with nightmares of people that have been stuck in quarantine situations, and that's frightening as hell when you have kids.
Yeah.
And they treat you like an inmate in prison. Actually, they treat you like a prison inmate. They give you crappy food. And tell the story. What do you think?
Yeah, I saw about the other one that got quarantined when you arrived. The people who are coming to do the swab test to them or whatever. They're wearing like astronaut outfit.
Yeah.
They spray you.
Yeah.
They don't even talk to you and then run.
Yeah, and none of these people give their names. And it's it's strange. It's so fascist. It really is, guys. It's like they really treat you like a dog. We don't want to subject our kids to that. We got to wait until things lighten up. At least the Bryson could travel without a mask. We're talking to the airlines right now, Philippine Airlines, waiting for a response.
Yes, I messaged them about 2 years old wearing mask because there is no way Bryson is going to wear a mask. So we're gonna get big in trouble. Plus, when we arrive there, we might get quarantine, and then whoever tests positive, they're gonna extend the quarantine. So it's gonna be a nightmare.
And imagine, with 4 people, family, right? One of them is going to test positive because the testing is very unreliable. And so since it's so unreliable, it's just ridiculous. They shouldn't even be testing people that are asymptomatic because even if you do get the COVID, it doesn't mean it's a death sentence. It's very, very high recovery rate, 99.7% recovery rate if you're healthy and you're not in a high-risk group. So it's what it's becoming is almost like a scam over there. I don't know. It's like they get you over there. They close down the Philippines so nobody can come, right? And then they open up the Philippines so they can get the Balikbayan people in and other people to fill the hotels. And then they get them into quarantine, and those aren't pleasant situations by any means. Apparently you can't even order food out from other places to be delivered in. So I don't know, and it's always changing, so you're going to just be a victim no matter what happens.
We would love to go,
a victim of abuse.
We would love to go, for sure.
Yeah, and the fatality rate in the Philippines is very, very small, especially if you remove all the comorbidities, which shouldn't be counting at all in these mortality rates.
Yeah.
I mean, they really shouldn't. I mean, if a 100-year-old person dies and they have a false test positive at their death, and they call that a COVID death, and the guy's 100, he died from being old age. A lot of cases of those going on where they just determine the cause of death to be COVID when it really was something else like cancer or something else. So if you remove all the comorbidities, I would imagine that the mortality rate really is just in line with the annual flu. And remember, nobody wore masks or forced quarantined anyone during the annual flu, which has been going on for decades and decades, actually, in memory. So, and that kills 60,000 people a year in America. And if you look at the overall death toll in the Philippines from last year, 2020, with all the so-called cases of COVID deaths, well, it didn't change. The same amount of people died last year that died the year before, that died the year before, within their tolerance range. So they're just counting other deaths as COVID deaths when they're really old age, cancer, heart disease, brain tumors, strokes, and you name it. So anyway, we're not happy about it. We know it's a con job, and we don't want to be a victim of it. So it's got to get a lot better before we can go over there.
It's hard to go when you have kids. It's okay for me and John, but the kids, oh, that's gonna be torture.
Wait, you mean
Yeah,
what?
you've got to really want it. You got to really want it to subject your kid to having that swab test in their nose. It's going to terrorize them. Yeah, this is going to go down as the con of history. Yeah. You look so cute today. Are you happy? Are you healthy? Are you going to do a ballet for us?
Yeah.
A ballet?
I'm going to try to do a front flip. It's hard when I do it over here. The left flip.
Yeah, you want to do a front flip, huh?
I just wish it's back to normal, everything, and then we can go tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, well, actually, that's one of the reasons we're still been looking at houses for sale, but we noticed that the houses that we see, every time we see one, we'll look into the facts and history, and we noticed that so many people that are dumping their houses now at a huge premium that they never in a million years thought they would get for their homes. They've been trying to sell their homes. These same homes you see just flash onto the market, then get sold overnight like that with multiple offers. Those same houses are selling now for $350,000. Where they were trying to sell them for $200,000, $250,000 just 2-3 years ago. And even going back, some of these people have been trying to sell it for 10 or 15 years. And now, man, they are just dumping them left and right. And we don't want to be that person that buys stuff that's really overinflated.
Yeah, we have to be very, very careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't just throw our cash like that, and then 2 years later, we pay like the $350,000 right now, and then 2 years later, the value goes like 200. Oh boy, we lost a lot of cash.
Oh, I'm gonna laugh when that happens because it will. Florida has a history of people. People usually don't stay here more than a year before they leave. There's a big turnover here, and then there's a lot of people that do stay. You know, they just love it. But and then again, people leave coming up here in June. They leave for 3 months. A lot of times, people just can't take the humidity. But we don't mind the humidity in the summer because we're used to it with the Philippines.
Yeah.
It's really not that bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
But you know, the Northerners, they can't take it. They're sissies.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
What are you going to do? You know, we don't want to burn through our cash on a house that's going to go down in value. And of course, every time you talk to a realtor, they say, "Oh, it's never going to go down." And I've been hearing that for decades now.
yeah.
I've seen them come and go and crash. 2007 and 8 was a beautiful classic example. But the cycles of real estate are real, and they're unforgiving. They don't fail to come through and be true.
We just live in the moment. All I know is we're having fun right now.
Yeah, living in the moment.
Live in the moment.
Yep.
We're on vacation
Enjoy
still.
freedom, being free. Yeah. Hey, living free is your what?
Living free is our natural state of being.
Yeah. Malad, living in the moment and not worrying about the future so much because there's no point to it. And that way you can think better too. Wait and take life as it comes too. And then there's times to be aggressive and do something you really want to do. But
Yeah,
for now, we're so happy to be out of that apartment lease.
yes, the market right now in Florida is acting like very OA. So we'll see about few months from now. We'll see.
Yeah, all it's gonna really take is an interest rate bump of about half a percent. And with all the spending going on, the trillions being spent by the new administration, they have to raise interest rates at some point, and that'll pretty much kill that. So it'll put the brakes on it. But regardless, we'd still rather not be here if they would just open up in the Philippines. Isn't that
Yes.
true?
So whoever of you that went to Philippines recently and you have experience about being quarantined, what it's like right now in the Philippines when you arrive, or what's the requirements, please email us at johnandmaurice@gmail.com because we want to know. Look like he wants to go now.
Yeah, let's play with Bryson.
I got 2 monkeys in me. I got 1 monkey in my back I got one monkey right here.
Hey, Bryson!
Where's Bryson?
Oh, buddy! Oh, buddy! Oh, yeah, buddy! You're such a happy boy. You're such a happy boy. Okay.